Coming at you live with your boy Big Buck from the 985 to the 601. This past weekend, I had the pleasure of talking to my boy D-Chaisson, Derrick Chaisson. You know, from down the bayou, yeah? Yeah, we had a good conversation just talking about life, politics, discrimination, words that you should and shouldn't say, and so much other things that goes on in the world of today. So I hope that y'all enjoy this podcast of me and my boy D, of this God-fearing man after God's own heart, as well as loving his family. He loves his family. Let me tell y'all that right now. He love to fish. He love to ride them horses. And sometimes them bulls. He a bucking man. He a true cowboy. Let me tell you that now, yeah? Now, this is the Buck Bites Podcast. I hope y'all enjoy it.
People that don't understand that. See how you would say that. I mean, because you got to put in the right words, you know, because you really can't say it just one way and not look how somebody else is going to look at it the way you're saying it. You have to say it the right way.
You do have to say it the right way. You have to say it the right way. I think I get what you mean, even though you really didn't say much. I get what you mean. But one thing, when it comes to life in general, man, communication is hard. It is. Everybody cannot speak like me. And I'm not saying I'm the perfect, greatest outspoken person ever, but a lot of people cannot just walk up to anybody and just have a conversation.
Right.
Sometimes the message barrier is not received the right way because dialogue as well as tone of voice and just that connection barrier is just not there. That message does not get received. And sometimes it just falls off, and then social anxiety comes in and just you start getting in your head. Well, what I think you're talking about with race, you know, we joke around. I was telling my coworker about y'all, how y'all always, like Nick and Jacob and y'all always call me Mexican. Sure enough, hey, I don't care. Like a lot of people, they ask me, does the N-word offend me? Man, is a very offensive term. It is. Yeah. But I will tell you this. It doesn't offend me because I know I'm not a trashy person. It is really a trashy person. It doesn't have anything to do with color. No. But the thing is, you will be able to tell if it becomes offensive in their tone of voice and how they portray it. Like if they talking about that, like kind of basically like saying that SOB, you know. If you kind of you'll know if you really not joking with it, you know. And I would take harshly to that or lightly. Man, I do understand. Like in this world, it's crazy. You know, it's crazy with the race and all.
I see, like what you just said. That's exactly right. I mean, the way you say it makes it completely different. You know, I mean, I grew up with you, and whenever I say that word, it's not a disrespect. You know, we don't disrespect each other. We use it as our friend, or that's my brother. Now, just like there's white people, there's white trash, there's, you know.
Right.
There's a lot of ways of looking at it, and the way it can be used is misused.
Right.
That's something that people can't overlook. Now, you can't just go around saying it. Right. You know, I do, but I know where my line stands. Exactly. I'm not going to go...
There's a time and a place for everything in anything.
Exactly. And I'm not going to go out there and just, you know, start saying, yo, what's up, my boy?
Right. Like you say, it's me and you, we can say it to each other because we've known each other. And, you know, like I say, we have a better understanding. We understand each other. We somewhat kind of grew up through high school together and hung out, and our families and kind of intertwined a little bit, as well as, you know, you done drove me around. I done drove you around a bar or whatever, wherever we need to go, whatnot. We family. And you get to a point where it doesn't really bother you. But if it's somebody just out the random blue, that would, it would shock you. Be like, you don't know me. Like, why are you talking to me like that? Yeah. Like, it's just.
Well, see, it would even affect, like, it would bother me. You know what I mean? If I'm hanging out with you and somebody comes up and says that, like, I'm not going to tolerate it. Like, that's not, no. You're not on that level.
Right. Like you say, you're not on that level. You can't joke with me like that. You can't talk to me like that. You can't joke with me like that because you don't know me. But like I say, the thing is, the society that we live in, there are some things, there are some rules and regulations as well as limitations that we should put to rest, put to pass. But one thing is the media as well as people continue to rather argue more than realize and just have conversation. They would rather always make an uproar about something than just actually sit down and just have conversation. It is hard because like a lot of things, you know, I mean, I'm sure even on your job, you know, politics and the religion, that's probably something that y'all really don't talk about too much out there, as well as any type of plant-based job, you know, or warehouse job, whatever, or in just in general, any job. Politics and religion, that will ruin any type of friendship that you probably ever had, whoever you are. And I tell people all the time, it really doesn't matter who's up in that damn White House, because the president, he passes some laws, but if it ain't for the Senate and the Congress, if they ain't getting along, really can't get shit done. Because I mean, there could be a lot of Democratic Republicans and congressmen that want to try to get a law passed, but there's some Republicans that don't want that law passed, as well as vice versa. You know, even when Trump was in office, as well as Joe Biden and George Bush and Barack Obama, all of it. You know,
and see, like the way I look at it is, if you're going to be serving for our country, I hope you make the right decision. Right. I don't care if you fail. Right. I don't care. Because
you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail.
Yeah. I don't care if you white, black, Democrat, Republican. That don't matter.
Right.
But if you're there, now you're there.
Mm-hmm.
Your actions, like, they reflect on me.
Right.
They reflect on my family. So I don't want to see you fail. I don't care what you are. I mean, what's going on right now, it's reflecting on our gas prices, oil prices, everything.
Yeah.
And still to this day, I'm not going to say I hope Biden fails more just because he's there. Right. I mean, if he fails right now, he's going to screw us up a whole lot more.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to see him make the right decisions. He's not, but he
could.
Tomorrow he can wake up and you know what? Things change. They change.
Right.
But I'm not gonna. I don't want to see him fail.
Right. You want to see him grow. You want to see him progress. And a lot of people be like, "Oh well, Joe Biden, he has dementia. He don't know what the hell he's doing." And I tell people all the time, like, well, every president that we've ever had besides Barack Obama, and there's allegedly some black president that we had before Barack Obama. I haven't really done too much research on that. I don't know his name. My friend Blade Allen told me about it. But anyway, disregarding all that, every president we've always had has had some type of crazy law or rule that somebody didn't go by, because everybody has their own interpretation and perspective and opinion on stuff. Right. But it's always been some type of older person. I mean, most presidents that we've always kind of had probably was, you know, somewhat middle-aged. Now this last couple of times, this term and the last term, you got people that's in their 70s. I mean, people ask me like, "Buck, why don't we ever have people that's in their early 20s or 30s?" Well, you can't even be president around then, number one. You got to be around 40-something before you even probably go register to try to be president or whatnot. I don't know the actual official age limit, but it don't really matter. But the thing is, it's a lot of heartache. It's a lot of stress because, like I said, it ain't just Joe Biden, it ain't Trump, it ain't Barack Obama, just George Bush, Alexander Hamilton. It ain't just them passing laws and deals, because they still got to talk to the Senate, they got to talk to the Congress, and it takes time. Like everybody knows about the bullshit with my brother. I can't even tell you when I'll ever see my brother again. I can't. Might not see him again till I'm 30. Just have to probably talk to him over a damn computer screen, and get cards in the mail. The justice system that we have is really twisted and is corrupt, as well as they don't focus in on a lot of things, as well as whenever it is in this White House. Like I said, a lot of people just don't know how to agree to disagree. They want to really better themselves instead of try to better the people, and that's one thing. A lot of people like to try to better themselves and better the people. Like I said, I wake up praying for my friends and my foes wherever they may go to and fro, but I also pray for this country, because let's say there's going to be some mistakes made. There's going to be some good things that's planned out right ever since probably about 4th or 5th grade. I wish that there was a president that was for the people, not for the people, you know. It don't matter if you're Republican or Democrat, but I want one that's for the people, that's for the working class, you know, that's for the middle class, you know, because, I mean, everybody talks about wanting to be rich and famous, wanting this and that, buy nice cars, trucks, jewelry, blah, blah, blah. But hey, who don't want to do that? I got a friend, he was talking about he wanted to be a millionaire by the age of 25, but shit, life hit him real hard, and he kind of learned that it's kind of hard to be a millionaire. Yeah. It ain't easy, because it should. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Everybody would do it. And trust me, to be honest, a lot. You really could. You really could. I mean, imagine take a guesstimation of how many beers you buy throughout the whole year, calculating that, how much money that is, or packs of cigarettes he smokes, or how much we spend on tires and gas, or food, whatnot, If you really wanted to do all of that, you would probably have to be a billionaire, at least to save a lot of money and just not spend a lot, you'd have to just eat ham sandwiches every day. Ham sandwiches. You would have to really be a hermit, not going anywhere, not really going out, hanging out with friends. You might could spoil yourself every so often, but ham sandwich, turkey, whatever. You couldn't be doing what you like to do, but hey, in life, you want to enjoy your pleasures. You want to enjoy the things that bring happiness and joy to you. You want to spoil sometimes.
Right. Well, see, I 100% agree with that. I mean, we don't always get what we want,
Mm-mm.
And so if I die tomorrow, what's one more trip gonna hurt? If I take a trip today and die tomorrow, then hey, at least I took that trip.
Mm-hmm.
At least I lived my life a little bit.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't want to die rich. I don't want to die uncomfortable. I mean, I do want my family to have these luxury things.
Right.
But I don't need a fucking $20,000 side by side.
No.
I don't need a $100,000 truck that's lifted up, jacked it up. No, I don't need all that. If I can have a $40,000 truck, I paid for it, that's durable, and $5,000 boat, I'm still doing the same exact thing that somebody spent $80,000 on a boat,
right,
as a $5,000 boat.
Right.
We're still doing the same exact thing, but yet you make that money and you live with that bill. I pay $4,000 for this boat, and I'm doing the same exact thing as you. Yeah, I might not be as comfortable. I might not live this
lavish lifestyle and everything.
But at the end of the day, I'm doing the same thing you do.
Oh yeah, and that's one thing a lot of people always say. They think that you got to have money to be rich. You don't have to be that. Yeah, you don't have to have money to be rich. You can actually just be rich in spirit. You can be rich in life because, man, every day that you wake up, that's a blessing. When you think about how many people didn't wake up today, how many people didn't get to see their mom, their dad, some people that ain't got nobody. So it's just each and every day, you just really kind of got to be thankful. Like I say, it's going to be hard. A lot of people try to live like the Joneses, which I don't know if you know that saying, but trying to live rich and try to live fancy and high class. But it ain't nothing about that. Just live your life, do the best that you can, because that's all the Lord ever tried to do. That's all he ever trying to teach you, man. There was one day my car was in the shop, D, and I tell you, where did I walk? I walked from my apartment to almost halfway downtown Hattiesburg, or I might have walked downtown. I can't really remember. But I walked a pretty far distance from my apartment there, then back, and then refilled my water bottle that I had, then walked from my apartment to the bank, took out about $350, $400. Then I walked from the bank to the apartment, the landlord, the realty place, put my money down on that, and then I actually literally walked back to my apartment, filled up my water bottle again, and I literally walked down 49. That would definitely probably have walked a total of 12, if not plus miles that day. And my feet was killing me for sure. I was tired. And I was just like, man, there could have been probably somebody I could have asked, but I didn't feel like waiting on them. I wanted to go ahead and get it done, as well as I said I was trying to lose weight. And I told my mom just like this, as well I told a lot of other people that I was talking to that day. If Jesus could walk in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights, as well as he did with disciples and everybody else, why can't I just do it for a day? There's so many people in this world that don't have a car, that all they just have is a bike, I thought about this so many times as a child. You go on an interstate or a highway, there's always going to be a broken down car that somebody's walking from, say, Tangipahoa all the way to damn Hammond, because they just trying to get home. They trying to carpool, or they trying to hitchhike or something. And that shit stuck. It sucks. Sometimes you get stuck in a loop and you get down in the bind. But you know what? The only thing the good Lord ever asked any of us to do is to try. It is definitely hard. People say, oh, I want to be a Christian. But Christianity is hard. And it is. It's a faith thing. And not saying that you have to read your Bible every day. But you definitely need to try to have a connection with the man. You definitely do. You need to be trying to make.
It's not about being in church.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to go to church every day. There's nothing. There's nothing wrong with going to a house of worship, because that's just more people that's trying to be better like him, but we'll never reach that because we can't be like him. We can grow to be like. It's been real, it's been fun, but the fun had just begun. This has been Buck Bites. I hope that all of y'all have listened to the message today. No matter where you are in life, continue to strive and thrive for greatness each and every day. We continue to TRY to try to be like Christ. It's real hard, I know it is, but keep on trying, because that's all he ever asked you to do was to TRY. Bye.